Um, I think during, my particular experience of immigration and the immigration issue, we've probably gone from I think what's a really commonly accepted notion in this country that immigrants make up part of our society, and immigrants really fuel our society, and they have over many decades since the country was founded. A lot of people like to say we are a nation of immigrants, but that of course doesn't sit well when you have Native American communities who aren't immigrants at all, but were really the first communities here on this on this continent. And it also doesn't sit well exactly when you talk about the African American experience, because African Americans were not brought here willingly, but were brought under conditions of slavery. So we are sort of a nation of immigrants, but we are more than that, obviously, because of the Native American and African American experience. But there have been many waves of immigrants into our country since its founding, and the experience of immigration has always been a difficult and contentious one, but an absolutely necessary one for our country, because it's immigrants who fuel who are the labor in our country to build many things, all the way from the railroads to being the founders of many different industries in our country from before the turn of the century, etc. So you have a strong history of immigration that really is what we're all about. But I think that my experience of it has been during a time when the pace of reform to the policies around immigration were out of step with the immigration flows. So you've had actually, you had a big wave of immigration in the turn of the century, et cetera. Now you have had another big wave of immigration since, let's say, after the 1980s in this country, the 1970s, 80s. But the problem has been that, the flows of people that move in the world, they don't do it when they're supposed to, right? Or according to the policies that are in place. They do it because there are forces that are moving different people to go to different places. And so what's happened in the period that I've seen is that because of, an example might be the wars in Central America that pushed many people to flee for reasons of war and persecution, etc., from their homelands, and to come here without the necessary accommodations of the policies and systems here. There's been a huge migration from Mexico, which now, just last week, we hear has really now coming to almost a halt. But those have been for many, many different reasons. But the truth is that the 96 changes to the law really had to do more with the kind of benefits that people were going to enjoy when they came here. But the actual structure of the immigration system, how many people would come in, how many people are allowed to come in under, what kinds of labor, that sort of thing, haven't really been changed since probably 1986. So we're going on almost, more than 20 years, moving towards 30 years of really no fundamental change to our immigration system to respond to the needs of the flow.